Boom. There we go.
All right, let's do this.
All right, so things have changed in the last few weeks. Has it even been a month yet?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. For most of us, it seems like it's been 300,000 days. And who's keeping track? Is it Friday? Is it Monday? Who knows, right?
Am I wearing pants? Am I not wearing pants?
Who knows?
Who knows?
The whole world is shifting, and that means business has to shift, right? So we want to really talk about that. So we want you to really pay attention because we want to give you some solutions to become essential for your clients in this video.
Yep.
Right. So we got a lot of cool things here. Stay tuned. I'll let you.
Yeah. So it's gonna be the three things. So we're gonna jump in right on. First things first is we actually wrote. Just if you're just tuning in, we wrote a book, or actually Holly. Let me start. Is going through like contractions. If you can't see, got the baby belly. Charlie could be born at any moment now, right?
I didn't tell anyone their name.
Whoops. Ooh.
That was a surprise.
There you go.
That's a backside of the hat or whatever.
Anyways, so she wrote a whole book called The Thrival Guide during this time. So if you want the book, just drop book below.
So this book is going to really work with you and show you some things so that you can thrive in a world that's now just trying to survive, right? If you're a coach, you're out there to really make a transformation in people's lives. You probably notice that there's some things happening in your business. So this is going to help you be able to keep momentum in your business, be able to like overcome those objections and stay really strong no matter what the economic terms, like whatever happens, right? Even if when we're released back out into the world, things are still going to be different, right? And how to really thrive through that as the world is shifting.
Thriving now, not waiting till when we're released into captivity or out of captivity.
Out of captivity.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, that's really good. I want to share a screen. Let's go hop over to our iPad because we got my trusty drawing skills today.
Drawing skills. Actually, let us know if you can see the screen right now. Below. Actually, I'm going to jump on the phone, make sure you guys can hear us. That's another thing. Can you hear us? Can you see the screen? Can you see a white screen right now? That's super important. Let's make sure, drop us below just so we know what the happening happens.
So right now, there's a few things happening. This is, just want to give a shout out to Simon Bowell and Taki for this model. This is something that we've adapted with them. So let's say this is today, right? Here we are today, right now, as you're watching this video, this is today. And we don't know when this is going to, if ever, things are going to ever be the same, right? Let's just
I don't think everything's going to be the same.
I don't think it's ever going to be the same either. Like things have shifted. And this could be like the worst or like, really, who knows, right? We're living in a time of uncertainty of like what is the consequences of people who've lost their jobs or not able to work or, whatever it may be, there's consequences for that. And we may not see any type of normal, like really, it could be like the next 18 months, yeah. Right? So we'll work on that number. And ultimately, we found that there's 3 types of transformational coaches out there right now, like in this moment today. It's really big, it's a little dark, which is cool. There's the coach that is right now like, I don't know what to do, living in fear. You're going through and you're reading all the conspiracy theories, like, oh my gosh, 5D, Bill Gates, this is terrible. Not focusing on anything that has to do with anything. And guys, like in the next 18 months, if you're frozen in fear, not doing anything in your business, you're not going to last. Yeah,
the other thing is it's not just fear, it can be unclear. Like, I don't know what actions to take right now. Maybe you're used to being offline, and now you're like, oh, I have to figure out this online stuff. Maybe you're like, I've done a little bit online, but it wasn't all online, and what do I do now? Or maybe you're just getting started, and you're like, is this even the time to start? Right?
Yeah, do people even need what I have? Or, is people even hiring coaches right now?
Yeah.
Right, so that's all legit things. Or there's the coach that are like doing some of the things, like they know kind of like what they should be doing, and they're doing some things.
Yeah, maybe they went through a program in the last year, 2 years. They developed messaging. They got all this stuff down, And now they're trying to do the same things that they were doing a month ago. They're trying to do the same things that they're doing 2 months ago, that they're maybe getting results with. Maybe clients were coming, or maybe they're just, the other thing is maybe you're just waiting for referrals. Maybe you're working with existing clients and you're just like business as usual, and you're just waiting for those referrals to just show up like they always have. And that's just doing the same thing, right?
Right. And especially now, the way the economy is and the way people are hiring and like how everything is right now, there's no such thing as like just a flat line in your business. You can't just stay the same, right? So if you're in this spot, things may be good, and then you may see a dip down, and then things might be good again, and then you may see a dip down. And what's going to happen is it's going to continue that way through these next 18 months. And let's keep it real, that's kind of a struggle, right?
Yes.
That's not where any of us want, like, I don't want you guys to be there for sure. Then there's a third type of coach. This is the coach that's doing all the right things, right? And they may see like an increase. It might be a little bit of slow, but as they keep doing all the right things, they're going to excel through this, right? And it may be flat for a little bit. It may have a little ups and downs, but if like you keep up the momentum, you keep doing the right things in your business, it's going to continually increase up.
Yeah, what's going to happen is a lot of coaches out there, they're doing some good things, right? They're taking some of the things and they're getting the results. If you see the line, it's going, and they're like maybe not seeing the most amazing results right now, but as soon as this turns around, as soon as the economy starts lifting up and people are released out into the wild and all that stuff happens, then they're going to be the person that everybody remembers. So they're going to build an audience, they're going to do everything, and they're going to, everybody's going to be top of mind. They're going to go, oh, I need that person. As soon as people start releasing the dollars again, that's what's going to happen is they're going to go right to that person, they're going to hire them.
Yeah. I actually said 3, there's actually 4.
Yeah.
So my bad. So then there's the fourth people, right? And these are the people that are there like absolutely thriving.
Yeah.
Like super straight.
They're actually thriving more than they were before because that they did the things that we're teaching. And I don't say like it's not all of our clients, it's like all of our clients are having amazing results right now, and it's super awesome. We just had a client doing a $10,000 client. Like today it's happening all today. She's signing the final paperwork, full deal. High five, great job. We had another one land a $3,000 client.
Yeah, awesome job.
Yeah.
Right. So there are people out there that are absolutely thriving right now, and what the difference is that they're doing all the right things all the time.
Yeah.
Right. So where do you want to be at in this line? Right? Because I was actually just talking to someone this morning, someone on our team, that she's experienced a lot of people are just like frozen and they're not doing anything. And the reality is when you're frozen and you're not doing anything, guys, this is what's going to happen. This is not the time to freeze. Okay, I'm like literally ready to pop out a baby here within like by next Thursday, no matter what, we are having a baby. I am not stopping, right? Because I know this is also our baby. You guys and like the work that we've put in, right? There is no way, like absolutely unstoppable. That wasn't as straight as it was before. So where is it? Where is it that you want to be, right? Are you down here? Or are you finding yourself on this squiggly line, like you're kind of going up and down? Or are you like ready to go on green, doing all the right things, like and
like all the time,
really taking this opportunity, like as an opportunity to be able to grow exponentially? Right. So I'd love to know in the chat. Let us know below. Where do you feel like you are? So let's talk about that a little bit more. Like what are all the right things? Like what are some things that you can be doing right now to get onto that green so that you can really thrive and be that essential person?
Yeah. The essential coach, right? And it's really just this, it's a question of, so there's a couple different places where your clients are. You need to be really clear on who your clients are so you know where they are, because you really need to be able to adjust your messaging, your delivery, your everything to where they are currently. And so we're going to go in right now and talk about different types of places. So cool. All right. So the very bottom one is bleeding.
So take a look at your clients now, or the people that you've been talking to, even just your prospects.
Yeah, because your clients might be doing great because they have you, but the clients, the potential clients, the people that are your audience, the people that could be potential clients, where are they? And are they like bleeding? Are they struggling? Are they suffering? Are they like working for survival? Where are they currently right this second?
Right. So is that what this is struggling? We have no.
Yeah, bleeding.
We're not
struggling. That works.
No bleeding. The next one.
Oh, the next one is slipping.
Thank you.
Yep.
So are your potential clients, are they slipping, right? So maybe they're not like absolutely bleeding on the floor. Like they have all these problems. They're stuck, stopped, can't do anything. Maybe they're just like, they're totally uncertain about the world right now. They're totally uncertain if they should even hire a coach. They're totally uncertain about like, where am I going to get my groceries?
Where am I going?
Do I have am I wearing the right kind of mask? And they're like, there's just things going on in their space. Yeah. Right. And they're in survival mode right now.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's other, not everybody is doom and gloom, unless you can speak. Right. There are people that they're stable, right? And they're not like, I have it all together, but they're stable. And then there's also people that are leadership.
Leadering.
They're leadering. They're out there leadering.
Get your leadering on.
Ultimately, where we want everyone to be. We want you to be here. We want your clients to be able to be here, that ripple effect. We want them stable and leadering. I'm going to use that from now on. I like that word. But the reality is most people right now are here, right? So we have two groups of people. We have those who are surviving and in survival mode. And what they need is they need to be able to come back up to here because these people are in growth mode. Okay, so if your clients are down here, it's your opportunity, your clients and your prospects. When I say clients and prospects, I want you to look at this through the lens of who it is that you're working with currently and who you're marketing to, right? So look at that, look at this all from that lens. Is who are you marketing to, who are your prospects, and who are your clients? And if they're down here and they're slipping, they're bleeding, they're having all sorts of problems, your job as a coach is to get them into that stable and have them leadering. Right? And if they are stable and they're leaders, your job as a coach is to get them through growth.
Yeah.
Through this.
And so normally, I mean, we tell our clients to focus up here. You want your clients to be in the stable. You want them to be in the leadering. Because you want to be able to help them get even better and transform and ascend up the ladder, right? And this is the thing is you might have built this huge audience of people that they're at the stable, they're at the leadering, and now since this all happened, they fell down to slipping or bleeding or the whole struggling situation. And so now what are you going to do? Do you build a new audience, or do you actually create an offer, create something to help them back up the ladder, right?
Yeah. So ultimately, probably even like about 2 months ago, like your program, you were the yacht, right? And that's kind of how we position for our clients too. Like you were the yacht, the creme de creme. Like you're getting people up to growth and leadership. But right now, what people are not buying yachts, right? That's not the economy we're in. People are buying life rafts. And it's your job as a coach to become that essential coach that is going to lead them up the ladder, at least to stable, right? And then you offer them your yacht. Okay, so there's going to be some shifts that need to take place. For one, there needs to be a shift of your messaging, how you're speaking to them, and then also what you're offering them. You probably need to shift a bit, right?
Yep. And so if you want to know exactly how to do all this, we actually have a new program, or at least the new beginning of a program, in the sense of it's called the Essential Coach. And so if you want help becoming essential, being where your client they can't do without you, right? You are the life raft. You are the lifeline. You are the person that they lean on when they're going through the stuff that they're going through. Instead of them canceling, they are committing. instead of like ignoring you with your content and everything, they're leaning in. They're excited. They're ready to do that. Instead of giving you COVID objections, they're actually giving you like, this is why I need to hire you, is because of all this crazy stuff going on. And if you want to have a conversation about that program, comment help below.
And we'll get you the details of that. So speaking of all of those things, we have another fun little drawing. We're going to draw another triangle, and I promise you, we are not in the Illuminati. Triangles are just fun. I know we have all sorts of them. We have the perfect triangle. We're using triangles all the time. Let's go back to our triangle, as I was saying.
New triangle.
New triangle. Clean slate. So right now, most people, I don't know if you're, I literally, this is something that's been really big for me, is when I stopped doing this and the shift that I've had, is most people are kind of in fear and consuming, right? What's going on today? Where are the death tolls at? What are masks needed? Are they not needed? We got to do this is going on. Oh my gosh, this article got shared
from each other.
Yes. Are we like social distancing? What's the news on that? Right? People are constantly consuming the media and what's going on, and which is, it's good to be informed.
Are we going to be forced vaccines? Like all this stuff.
All this stuff is going on, right? And what that's doing is bringing people into a state of fear, where ultimately what we all need to do as coaches is to raise that up into leadership and creating.
Leadering.
Mm-hmm. Leadering and creating. So you want to stop going from fear into consuming and start being that leader and start creating, right? The only way our news feeds are going to transform is through us. We got to be the people to step up and to start creating rather than consuming what's going on. Right. And so let's talk about some things that people are being challenged with as coaches, and what's been stopping them from, being in that green, that thriving, and how to become that real essential coach, right? And be essential to your clients. So the first thing that you may be experiencing, having clients cancel, right? A lot of times, especially like this, and we've heard it a few times ourselves, they're either canceling or they're
wanting to put on hold. They want hey, can we do a payment plan for this? Can we push out our payments? All that stuff is just a different communication of essentially canceling. It's not you, it's them, whatever they got.
Right. I'm not sure what's going to happen with our income, like all this crazy stuff. I just need to put on hold. So that's one potential thing that could be happening, right? Another potential thing that could be happening is like your response or your engagement on your social media has gone down. Like people aren't reaching out to you to find out about your programs. I write really messy. Excuse my writing, guys. I don't have that girly cute writing. Well, I don't think yours is any better.
Nope.
So the response, your engagement could be down because of everything that's happening. So, and another problem that you may be facing is, we'll call them CV objections, right? The Rona objections. And that could be, and we'll be honest, we've gotten this too. I can't hire, I gotta be really careful with my money right now, and just don't think it's a good idea to hire a coach right now. Yeah. It's not time for a coach right now because we don't know what this is happening or this is happening. Somewhere, whether it's Corona objections or if it's the economy objections or it's the uncertainty objections, it's all related, right? And so these are the three main things that we've seen happen for us, for our clients, and in the coaching industry as a whole.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No. And it's gonna happen. It pops up. If you haven't been having a lot of conversations right now with clients, it might not have come up yet, just because you're not having enough conversations. But when you start having consistent ones, it's just gonna happen, right? It's just the world that we're living in this month.
Right. So let's talk about solutions, right? I don't know about you, but I don't like to dwell on the problems. I want to find the solutions if you're anything like us. So the solutions, how do you get people from canceling to committing, right? That is the question. So let's talk about that a bit. We're going to give you guys 3 things to help you have your clients be really committed to you as a coach, that you become a necessity for them. Can I talk about this?
Yeah, number 1 is, well, being a necessity. It's essentially being, how can you create that where the client's like, I have to have them. It's a necessity. It's one of the regular things. Yeah, I think we're good. Let us know if that messed up the screen. But how do you become that necessity? And we're working with our clients right now how to do this, how to get to deliver to become the go-to. They're going to come to you because they're the challenges that they're going through.
Yep. And another thing for them to commit is tangibility. When you can give something to your clients that's a tangible result, especially in the world of transformation, being a transformational coach, what you do is you help release anxiety. You are working with clients to find their life purpose so that they find joy in everything that they do. Right? Well, right now, if there's people that are in this red, that triangle that we just talked about, if they're, I don't know where it went, but if they're in that red, struggling, bleeding zone, chances are they are not looking for their life purpose right now, right? And it's not a bad thing. It's just we got to get them up to stable for them to be able to excel again, right? It's like if you take it like people are climbing up the mountain and all of a sudden they fell in a hole, right? They don't care about getting to the top of the mountain anymore. They care about getting out of the hole.
Yeah.
So what tangible result can you give to them right now to get them out of the hole so that you become a necessity and it's a result that you're getting for them?
Yeah, it's smaller tactics, things that are specific to now, right? What are the things that you can do right now for your clients to help them get the results to solve the problems that they're going through currently, not long-term. So there's a lot of people that we work with that are like up-level consciousness. Well, if they're still in the hole of like struggling, and that up-leveling consciousness is not going to be the thing that they're looking at right now.
Now you're probably thinking, yeah, but that's what they need.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. But what is it that they're looking for? Because that's how you're going to become essential and for them to really commit to you.
Yeah, how do you get them back to stable so then we can get them up to that wanting to be able to up-level their consciousness?
Yeah, right? Absolutely. And the third thing is your deliverability. You may need some shifts in your deliverability for them to be able to really commit.
Yeah, so this might be extra support. This might be text message accountability. This might be, not just getting on and doing a one-on-one call and that's all they get, like a lot of people are working with. It might be having a group where they're creating community because they're not getting community with their normal day-to-day. They're like stuck in the house and they want to be able to talk to other people. They want to be able to hang out and see what everybody else is going through, and just having that conversation, that connectedness, and those
like the whole social distancing. Like I hate that term. Right, so let's stop social distancing and start like physical distancing. Yes, social distancing. This is a time where we can connect even more with our clients, with our prospects. Right, so how we deliver our programs and how you deliver your programs and what it is that you offer to your clients and to your potential clients are going to be how they see you as a necessity, something that's tangible and really commit with you, right? So that was helpful for you. I'd love to hear some feedback in the comments. If people responding with good stuff.
Definitely. Yeah, let us know if you have any questions about this, because we're going to do some Q&A in a little bit, and we want to be able to answer any questions of what you have about this. Any how buds, like, well, what about my people or whatever. This is the thing. If your people are thriving, then awesome. And you do one of these high level things, like just the thing, you just really have to check in with your audience and see where they're at first, because they might be crushing it. And those growth strategies, those purpose, the higher level consciousness, those things super awesome. And you might be able to keep on doing that. You might be able to refine your messaging. You might be able to up level your deliverability, because even if they want to up level their up level their consciousness and create a purpose and all that, they still can't leave their house, so they can't come to you if you do events or one-on-ones or whatever like that. Or maybe they still want that connectedness because they're missing that. How can you give that to them and help support them in that world?
Yeah, definitely. So let's move over into the response. If you're finding your response has been down, your engagement's been down a little bit, ultimately what you want to do is become, so you want to be the lifeline to your audience and to your clients, and to, really becoming that essential, like, you are the person, hey, I have a solution for you now. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
I can pull you out of this. I'm the person, right? That's where you need to be able to position yourself for your clients so that you really are essential to them. Like, yes, oh my gosh, I need you. Thank you.
Yes.
So how do you do that?
So this is the time that we need to get social. We need to connect. We need to really become because think about it, nobody can go to the movies. You can be the entertainment. You can be nobody can go to the bar. Not that your people go to the bar. Nobody goes to the spiritual centers. Nobody can go to do yoga. Nobody can do these things. They can do it at home, but how could you could be that person.
Be the facilitator of that, right?
Yeah.
So what kind of virtual hangouts, like maybe virtual parties, can you do that will really engage your audience, right? This isn't like a come to my training presentation, right? Nobody wants to go to a training presentation.
Snore.
Yes. But make it fun. Like, what can you do where people are looking for community, they're looking for people, they're looking for that thing. What can you do to facilitate that thing for your audience so that you become the lifeline and the leader in your space, right? The next one is relatedness. People want to feel like you can relate to them. They want to know that you do relate to them, that you understand them, that you get them, that you're not all out to just like, buy my program, I'm the coach, get my stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Where it just doesn't work. Right? It didn't really work before, but now it really isn't going to work. People really need to know that you care. Yeah. So if you just take a minute and as you're messaging people, not with the intention of like, I'm going to book a call, that I'm going to get one, right? It's never the intention of, I'm going to get one. Instead, it's the intention of, how are you? How are you dealing with things? Are you doing okay? Like, I have a client who messages me all the time, like, just sending you good vibes. How's everything going? Checking in because she knows, I'm pregnant right now. And there's a whole bunch of stuff going on that's been affected because I'm pregnant because of all this stuff, right? And so she checks in. Check in with your audience. Just to make sure that they're good and that they're okay. And they see like, wow, this person cares, right? That really, really, really makes a huge difference when people know that you care about them. 1 gazillion%. Okay, so what can you do to get really related with your audience? And that could also be in your messaging. If you're not getting a response, chances are, which we'll kind of tie this in with the next one, is you're not relevant to them. If you're talking about the same things that you talked about 2 months ago, before all of this has happened, like, they just don't care. Right? And it's not relevant. So if you're not getting any engagement, it's because your messaging isn't relevant with your people.
Yeah. One of the things our coach just said, which is brilliant, I've heard this a million times, is the best people, the people that are the best at attracting people, is the people that can get into the heads of their perfect clients and really be saying the same things that they are saying in their head, right? And that nothing's changed there. That's the same. The thing is the conversation is switched. Yeah. It's the different stuff going on in their head. And so now, how do you switch that messaging and stay relevant so you're still that message in there?
Your message and possibly your offer too.
Yeah.
Right. Again, we're not selling yachts. Most people need lifeboats, not yachts. Okay, so it's your messaging and being relevant in your offer and your messaging that is going to make you essential to people.
Yeah.
And thirdly, let's cover the objections, right? We need to be powerful in the way that we handle objections, whether they're money objections, I gotta ask my spouse objections, corona objections, all of these things are important. So how do we cover these? Well, we give them a reason. Okay.
And this is handled before they bring this objection up. This stuff is handled in your marketing. This is handled in the conversation so that you have a framework for your call where they commit. Like, it doesn't matter about COVID going on or what's going on in the world. They want the result. They want it because of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it no longer becomes like, it's not an object, the coronavirus and the economy and everything. Like, I can't do it because of this. Oh my gosh, the corona and the environment and the economy and everything that's going on, that's the reason I need to do this, right? So that's really what you need to have that shift, is that people are hiring you because it's no longer an objection, it's the reason.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We're not living in fear, we're living in like, this is a solution, I need this.
Yep.
Right? So how do you do that? Well, again, it kind of goes back to what we just talked about with the relevancy is in your messaging. So talking about that in your creating content, overcoming that objection before, because Chad just said, before they ever even get on the phone with you or talk to you about your offer, that it's in your messaging so clear that people see and feel and know that they need to hire you as a coach, because it's going to be what pulls them out. You're that lifeline. They're committed, right? You're the reason.
You're giving real tactical things that are helping them now, right? With what's going on right now, you're giving them the things.
Yeah. The second thing is having a concrete offer. Now, people, they're hiring coaches, but they're not hiring coaches to have a coach. Most people right now, they're looking at what is the necessities, and then what can I let go of? Okay, so it's important for you to stop being one-on-one per session, or hire me as a coach for 3 months and we'll work through this, but actually having a concrete offer that is going to work with them specifically through what it is that they're going through right now. You're climbing them up that ladder into growth, right? Into stability, into leading. Yes.
Yeah. So how do you give them the community? How do you give them the accountability and these touch points where you seem like you're showing up all the time for them? How do you create this in a way where your clients get what appears to be what is so much more value than just getting on a per session basis for them?
Yeah, so I feel like I need to talk about an offer here real quick, and exactly, some people don't understand what an offer is, and having an offer can create, it can create more value for you, it can create more leverage for you, but on their side, it creates a lot more value for them. So let's say I have this iPad, great iPad, it's brand new, top of the class, I'm going to sell it for $1,000. You can have my iPad. It's the ultimate, it's the new one, latest model. Well, that's great. $1,000, cool. When you have an offer, you can say, hey, I have this iPad. Not only are you going to get this iPad, you're going to get this case to be able to protect it. You're going to get this the pencil. You're going to get not only that, but downloaded on the iPad is every single training that we have ever done. All of our frameworks are loaded onto this iPad. All of our funnels and systems that we've ever created are all on this iPad. You're going to have access to everything that we've ever done. Suddenly, this is not a $1,000 iPad.
Yeah.
This is now something tangible. You're like, oh my gosh, I want all of these frameworks. I want all of these systems and funnels. We sold our funnels for up to $20,000. I'm going to give you these on this iPad, right? All of a sudden, this iPad is not $1,000. And it's become very concrete and tangible for you of what it is exactly you're going to get, right? So suddenly, this iPad became worth $5,000 to $10,000. Actually, more than $10,000 because you're getting all of our stuff. probably even more than that. I'm giving you a good deal for selling this iPad at $10,000. That's going to have all of our stuff that we used to go out there and sell for $20,000. Okay, so you see how that works? I just put an offer. Plus you get the pencil and the case. You got the whole shebang. That's an offer rather than just having a like per session, or I'll work with you one-on-one once a week.
Yeah.
Nobody really wants that right now. I'll do this and let Chad talk, and then I'll take a drink. So the third thing that you want, and right now we are living in a world, you talk to spelling. If you talk to 5 people, I can almost guarantee that probably 4 of them have some sort of uncertainty somewhere.
Yeah. So this comes back to the leadering, right? You need to be the leader. This is the result you're going to get when you commit to our program. This is what we are going to help you create. This is what you are here for. This is the time. The time is now, right? I'm absolutely certain that you are the person that can get out of what you're currently going through. I'm absolutely certain when we get you out of that, we can then help you grow and expand and scale. We can do that. We can do those things. That you need to create that certainty.
And certainty for you and yourself and your confidence, but also for them. And how do you set up certainty in their life? That's what they need.
Yeah.
Everybody needs certainty right now. Like honestly, my certainty isn't so much like economy and business and stuff. My uncertainty is like, when is this baby coming? And then how is that going to affect, like you're going to the doctor and like, does she need a mask? Is she too little for a mask? We got to put her in the wrap her up in her seat so she doesn't get anything. Like it's all uncertainty, right? So how can you, for your prospects and for your clients, create some sort of stability and certainty for them that you are now the reason for them? Right? Mm-hmm. But they need your program and your coaching because you're going to work with them on getting really solid and have that certainty back in your life again. So I really feel like people really need that on a whole new kind of level.
Yep.
So was this helpful for you guys? I would love to know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know below.
So what we're doing, guys, is we've shifted a little bit as well. And what we're doing for our clients currently, and then also new clients coming in, is to make sure that you guys are the essential coach, right? You hear all about like the essential workers and, they have to go off and work because they're essential. We want you to be, we want to work with you to set you up to be essential so that you are not losing clients, so that people are reaching out, that you are that leader, that you are that reason, that we are working with you to create that offer, to create that messaging, to create that deliverability, to be able to work with you on the relatedness and the virtual hangouts and becoming an absolute necessity for your clients. So if you'd like more info on that program, how it all works, how the whole thing is put together, just comment below help. We'll reach out and make sure that you get the deeds.
Bye.
Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you.
Oh, also one last thing. We are going to be doing videos here. We're going to, so make sure you have your notifications on. You get these videos so that you see we're going to even break this down even further here over the next couple of weeks.
Going to specifics.
Yes. We appreciate you guys. Comment below help. We'd love to get you those details. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.